Hello guys, welcome to my channel Create Knowledge. In this video, I am going to discuss about the following topics. First, I will discuss how to write and compile Java in Notepad by using the CMD prompt. And then I will tell you about the single thread application in Java. I will make a small program for you. Then you can understand about single thread application. Then I will discuss about the main method. What are the importance of main method? Why you write the main method? That I will discuss. And then I will discuss about the multi-threading in Java. I will write a small program for that in Notepad. Then you can understand what is multi-threading in Java. And then I will discuss about Daemon thread in Java. What is the Daemon thread? What is the difference between Daemon thread and main thread? What are the functions of Daemon thread? That I will tell you. And last I will discuss about the explanation of multi-threading. I will give the details, how it works, what type of multi-threading, that I will tell you in this video. In Java, multi-threading program is very easier than other languages. In my previous video, I made multi-threading in Java by using Eclipse IDE, but here I will use Notepad because it is very often recommended beginners to use Notepad in Java. When you write the text in Notepad, then you can understand the basic structure of Java programming. It is very good practice for beginner to use Notepad. Then you will be confident about the Java programming, how it compile, how it run or execute your Notepad program by using command prompt. That's why I am here using Notepad. Especially this video is for the beginners, those who are starting their career in IT field. This video is very much helpful for them. Now I am going to make this program in my desktop. Right click, new folder. I am giving the folder name is multi-threading demo. Multi-threading demo, okay? I have write the multi-threading demo. And you can make this folder in any drive, but I make this program in my desktop. Now double click on your folder multi-threading demo, right click, open new text document is Notepad. In text document you have to write the Java programming. Before that I am going to tell you, here I will make the 4 class file. One is ABC for creating a table, XYZ for Fibonacci series, and MNO for counting, and for main method I will write main class. In main class I will use main method. This is the example of single thread program. It is not multi-threading. Just before starting the multi-threading, I want to tell you about the single thread. After that I will go for multi-threading. So open, double click. Here I am going to write class ABC and put curly bracket, opening and closing, and here I am going to write a method for executing table. So I'll write public void table. So I'm going to write here public void table. This is the method. So I'll use curly bracket open and close. Inside this curly bracket I will declare the variable. For creating a table I have required variable, that's why I am taking variable. I am taking variable int I, C and n. Here I am going to make table of 2. That's why I have taken n is equal to 2, C is the result, or int I is variable, auto incremented variable. So when I write 2 1 the 2, 2 2 the 3, that's I use I. Here I will use for loop. So I write for I is equal to 1, I less than 10 and I plus plus. Because it is a loop, so again I have to put the curly bracket open and close. Inside this curly bracket I will write C is equal to n into 1. Because C is the result, I am going to make the table of 2. So 2 1 the 2, 2 2 the 3, 2 3 the 6, like that. And here I will write a print command, system.out.print n into 1. Here I am going to write system.out.print ln n into I is equal to C. So now my AB class is ready. Now I am going to save it. Click on File, Save As. You know, when you write the Java program, then you have to write java.java extension and you have to use the name of your class file. My class file name is ABC. So I will write here abc.java, because Java is extension, so you have to write Java. When you write the Java programming, then you have to put the extension .java and then click on save. Okay, and close it. Now you see here abc.java is ready. Now I am going to make another class, that is XYZ. Now again I am going to open this text document, double click. Here I am going to write, here I am going to class XYZ and put curly bracket. Here you write the one method, public void Fibonacci series, Fibo. Here I am going to make Fibonacci series. So I write public void Fibo. Fibo is the function, that's why I write Fibo. And again I have to write curly bracket opening and closing. Inside there, first I have to declare the variable. For Fibonacci series, I am taking the variable int I, A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1 and C. And then I will write, here also I have to use for loop. So I write for I is equal to 1, I less than 10 and I plus plus and put curly bracket. Here I am going to write C is equal to A plus B, C is equal to A plus B, and this is the formula of C. Here I have declared C is unknown number, C is the result, A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. So first number will be 1. Now I will write the print command, that system.out.print ln Fibonacci series is equal to C. And then I will declare A is equal to B, B is equal to C. I will write A is equal to B and B is equal to C. So now my XYZ, I will write X. I am going to change it XYZ. Now my XYZ class is ready. Now I am going to save my xyz class. Now I am going to save my xyz class. File, save as. Same way here I will write file name, class name is xyz and put the extension Java and save. Now you see in multi-threading demo folder, two class file is created. One is ABC for creating a table, XYZ for creating a Fibonacci series. Now I am going to write one more class for counting number. So now I am going to click in my new text document, close it. Here I am going to write class MNO. Here you have to write a method public void counting. Here I have to write a method public void counting because here I have write the function of this class file is counting. That's why I write public void counting. Earlier I have write public void table, public void Fibo for Fibonacci series. Here I am using the counting, so I write the counting and put the curly bracket, opening and closing. First I will declare the variable. For counting I have required one variable only, that is I. So I write int I. For loop, so I am going to write for I is equal to 1 and I less than 10 and I plus plus. For counting I have required the for loop. That's why I am going to use for loop and write the curly bracket. Inside this curly bracket I will write the print command. Print command is that system.out.print ln count is equal to I plus I. So my MNO class is ready. Now I am going to save this my MNO class. The MNO class function is counting. File, save as. Here I will also write class name first. Class name is MNO dot Java and click on save. Now I am closing it. Now you see in my multi-thread demo folder I have created 1, 2, 3 ABC MNO XYZ class file. Now if you want to run, if you run any class, suppose I am going to run ABC class. For executing or run the program, you have to write here, you just select it and write CMD and press enter. Your command prompt is open. For compiling I have to write Java C. My class file name is Java abc.java and enter, and you see abc.java file is compiled. System has created a class file abc.class. If I run the program, then I have to write Java class name is abc. Then I will get an error. I will get the error that main method is not found. Just you see, press enter and you see I got an error. You see the error. I got an error that main method not found in class ABC. Please define the main method as public static void main string args. So it is telling that you are not having the main method. I am getting the error. That's why it is this abc.java is not executing, because it is missing the main method. Okay, that means I cannot run without main method. Just this is the example that without main method you can run any class file. Now I am going to delete abc.class file. It is not required. Now I am going to write the main method. So now click on new text document. Here I am going to write the main method. Now first I am going to write class main and put the curly bracket. Here I am going to write the main method, that is public static void main string args. Here I am going to write public static void main string args. For main method I have required the curly bracket, again open and close. Inside this, here I have to declare the object to run. So I will write abc object is ab is equal to new abc. Same I will write xyz xy is equal to new xyz colon, and mno object mn is equal to new mno. Here I have created the object. Now I have to write run method, but here I will not use the run method. I will write the function method, because you see I will use the function method because in here in abc class file I have given the function name is table, okay, and mno I am giving the function name is counting, and xyz I am giving the function name is fibo. Here I have to write ab dot table function name and xy dot fibo, because fibo is this function, ab is object, through object I am calling the function mn dot counting. So now main class is complete. I am going to save my main class. In main class, again I am telling you, in main class I will write the main method. So file, save as, I am going to file name is class name is main dot java, and save, and you see here I have got the 4 java file. One is abc.java, main.java, mno.java, and xyz.java. Now this text document is not required. Now I am going to delete it. It may confuse to us. That's why I am going to delete this new text document.txt. Now I am going to compile this 4 file. I have already told you, if I use abc.java file, it will compile but not run. It will give a error that main method is not found. Main method is available in my main.java class. When I am going to compile this 4 class file, I have to use the main class where I have written main method. So I will write here, select it and write CMD for opening command prompt, CMD, and here for compiling I will write Java C, main class is main.java, and enter, and you see it has compiled. I am not getting any error. In previously I got an error, then main method is not found, but here I am not getting any error because main method is my main.java class. And after compiling, you see here abc.class has created. This dot class is created by system only. and here you see abc dot class, main dot class, mno dot class and xyz dot class. This class it has made by the system only. Now I am going to run for class, so I'll write Java. For executing or run, you have to write Java and class file name. Class file name is main, and then press enter. When you press enter, you give the result. Okay, you get the result. I'm going to just expand it. Here you see, here I get the result. First I get the result of table of 2, that is 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4, 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8, 2 5 is 10, like that, 2 10 is 20. And you get the Fibonacci series, that is 1, 2, 3, 5, then 8, then 13, then 21, then 34, then 55. And it counted, count number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. Now you see my main.java class. Here I have written first make table, after that make Fibonacci series, and after that make counting. That's why I got the result accordingly. First I get the table of 2, then Fibonacci series, then counting. Now you understand how to write the single thread example. This is the example of my single thread. Now I am going to tell you the multiple thread. Single thread you understand. Now again I am going to tell you. Again I am going to run it. If you want to run again, then you have to write java.main, because already you are compiled, so need not to write java c. You just write Java main and then press enter, and again you will get the result. You see, first I am get this result, after that I am getting the same result. Hope you have understand how to make a single thread in Java. Okay, now I am going to close it, and now I am going to tell you about multi-threading. Now for this I am going to delete this class abc.class file, main.class file, which system is created. I have not required the system created file, so I am going to delete it. Now I am going to tell you about the multi-threading. So this class file I am going to delete, mno.class delete, xyz.class delete. Now I am going to discuss about interview question Java main method. Now first question is that, is it possible to create a Java class without main method? Answer is yes. It is absolutely possible to create a Java class without a main method. In fact, many Java classes do not need a main method. The main method is only required when you want to run the class as a stand-alone Java application. I am giving one example. Click here and write CMD, press enter. Now I am going to compile ABC class, abc.java. So I am going to write Java C abc.java and press enter, and you see it has compiled because it is created the abc.class file. Then if I am going to run it, execute it, so I am going to write here Java abc and press enter. I am getting an error. You see, here I am getting an error. The main method not found in class ABC. Please define the main method as public static void main string args. Because in my ABC class, if I open it, you see here there is no main method. That's why I am getting this error. Main method not found in class ABC. And here I have write there, is it possible to create a Java class without main method? Answer is yes. You can compile it, but you cannot run the class as a standalone Java application. That means you cannot run the Java application. That example I have given here. That's why I am getting this error. So that I think you understand my first question. And next question is that, is it possible to compile a Java class without main method? Yes, it is absolutely possible to compile a Java class without main method. The Java compile Java C only check the syntax. When you write Java C, then it will check the syntax and structure, not for presence of the main method. The Java compiler Java C only check for syntax and structure, not for the presence of a main method. Now my third question, is it possible to run a Java class without main method? Yes, a Java class can run without a main method, but only under specific condition, such as when it's executed by a framework, another class, or certain environments like Servlet, Applettes, JUnit Test, or Spring Boot. Fourth question is it possible to save a Java program with any name other than main class name? Answer yes, it is possible, and it will compile and run successfully, provided the program will be compiled with the name of the .java file and the program will be run using the name of the .class file that contain the main method. I think you understand? Yes, it is possible, and it will compile and run successfully, provided the program will be compiled with the name of the .java file and the program will be run using the name of the .class file that contain the main method. It should have to contain the main method. Fifth question, is it possible to save a Java program without any name? No, it is not possible to save a Java program without any name. Every Java source file must have a name, and it must be saved with the .java extension that I told you here. You see, here we have make the file and write .java, main.java, abc.java, mno.java, xyz.java. You have to write .java. You have to save with the .java extension. If your Java program contain a public class, the file name must match the class name. If there is no public class, you can name the file anything, but it still must have a name and .java extension. That means .java extension is compulsory. You can name the file anything. And next question. My question is it possible to declare main method in every class of a program? Yes. Now I am going to show you. Now here I am going to write main method in my abc.java class file. I am going to open my abc.java class file. Here I am going to write the main method. Here I am going to write the main method is public static void string args, and I put curly bracket here and here also, and then I am going to save it, then I am going to run it. Now it is compiled, then I am going to run it. Java ABC enter. Now you see it is working. If I put the main method, here I put the main method, here I am going to write double slash, that means I am just going to pause this line, and here I am going to write the main method and put curly bracket here and curly bracket closing bracket here. Then I have saved it, and you see the result. I have got the result. Now again I am going to show it. So I am going the table of 2. It is running. If I put the main method in any class, it will be compile and run. Yes, it is possible, and it will compile and run successfully. In Java, every class can have its own main method, but only the one you specify or run directly will be executed. That I have shown you here. And the next question is, my 7th question is it possible to declare a main method multiple times in same class? Yes, it is possible, and it will compile and run successfully, provided first this concept is known as main method overloading or compile the time polymorphism. Second, when a class has multiple methods with the same name but different argument, it is called method overloading. The main method cannot be overridden. After some time, I will tell you what is overloading and overriding and what is polymorphism. That I will discuss in my next video. And then next question is it possible to invoke main method explicitly? Yes, it is possible to invoke the main method explicitly in Java, just like calling any other static method. But be careful, calling main method within itself without any exit condition leads to infinite recursion and eventually a stack overflow error. And next one, question number 9 is different signature to write the main method. First is standard signature, most common, public static void main string args. This is very common. Using varieties instead of array. Public static void main string args. And third is different parameter name still valid, public static void main string my args. And array, fourth signature is that array syntax after the parameter name, public static void main string args, then you put the bracket. Now I think you have understood the importance of main method. Now I am going to tell you how to create multi-threading in Java. There are two options: creating multi-thread in Java by extending thread class and by implementing runnable interface. In this video I will tell you about the extending thread class. In my next video I will tell you implementing runnable interface, because if I show the both option, then this video will be too long. That's why I am telling you only the threading class option. Here class ABC, you have to write extend thread. Now I am going to tell you how to do it. You see, in multi-threading demo folder we have created 4 class file: abc.java, main.java, m1.java and xyz.java. If I open this abc.java, here I am going to write, when you write extend thread, you have to override run method, and you need not to declare table. You need not to declare the table. Here you have to write public void run. So when you write abc class extend thread, then you need not to write the function, you have to write the run method. So here in place of table I will write run, then that's okay. And then I am going to save this file, save. Same way, I'll open that mno.java class. Here I am going to write extend thread, and here mno plus mno is for counting. In place of count, the function is counting. In place of counting, I will write the run only. I will write run, and then I will save it. Here I have done, here I have write extend thread and run. This is run method, and then file, save. And same way I am going to open xyz. Here I will also write extend thread, and in place of function fibo I will write run. Okay, and then I will save this file, save. Okay. In main method, so all the three class file I have write the extend thread. You see, extend thread and run. mno.java file I have write extend thread and use run method, and xyz.java here I will write extend thread and run method. Main.java class file, here I have to write, earlier I have declared the in object I have declared the function table and function fibo and function counting, but here I will write start, because when you write the start, run and start inherited. This is main.java. This is abc.java. Here I write extend thread and run method. Here I have write in main file, in main.java file, I have write I call the object in the name of function table, xyab.table, xy.fibo, mn.counting. But here I will write the start. When you write the start, then run and start inherited. For run, we have to write start in the main class. So now in place of table, I will write run. I will write start. When you write the start, it will inherited. Here I write ab.start. When I write the start, it inherited the run method. Okay. So now again here I write start, and there also I write start. Main.java class is ready and ABC are already ready. Now I am going to save this file, save and close it, and save the main class. I am going to just save it, save and close. Now I am going to compile this program. So here again I am going to write CMD and enter. Now my command prompt is open. Now here I am going to write Java C main.java and press enter, and you see it has compiled because I am not getting any error, and you see here a abc class file is created. Now I am going to write here for run, for execute of this program. So I write Java, class file name is main, and then enter, and I see the result. Just I am going to extend this screen. Here you see result is that first count 1, fibo 1, count 2, fibo 2, and last here you see it shows the table. Now again I am going to run it, run. Now you see it has been something is being changed. First is doing fibo operation, then counting, then fibo, then counting, and then last it will doing the multiplication. Again I am going to run it, and you see a third time, every time it is giving the different result. So the result is coming in mixed, because three classes are running simultaneously and result sequence will be different in every time, because this result is given by CPU, not in our hand. In single thread it was in our hand. First it will show the table, after that it show the Fibonacci series, after that it will show the counting. But here it giving the result mix, because 3 class file working simultaneously. For example, if you are having 3 students, if I am giving the task first student to write computer is a electronic device, and second student I tell him to write Java is a programming language, and third student I am telling him you write Python is a smart programming. But all the 3 students working at the same time, but the student who submit first, all the 3 students is not able to write answer at the same time. First student giving first, and third student giving second, and second students are giving the result in third position. That's why it is getting this type of mixing result. I am getting it. Now if I put the one method that is called sleep, putting to reduce the speed, I can use the method is called sleep. Now I am going to show you how to use sleep method for reducing the speed. And here when you use the sleep method, then you have to use try and catch loop. Now I am going to close this window. Now I am going to put try and catch and sleep method for reducing the speed of result. And here I have to use loop try and catch. First I am going to delete dot class file, because I have to compile again. That's why I am going to delete dot class file. Here I am going to write try and catch. Here I am use in my ABC class, I will put try and catch here. Here I will write try and curly bracket. I am going to use try and catch loop, and I will write catch for avoiding the exception. Catch, and I will put exception E, and here I will write curly bracket open and close. And inside the try I will write, here I will write thread dot sleep 1000 millisecond means 1, and I am going to save this ABC class. Now it will take the pause of 1 second, and now I am going to copy this line, copy and close it. Now I am going to open MNO dot Java class. Here paste this line, try and catch. Okay, in MNO class I will write try and catch loop, and I am giving the thread dot sleep for 1 second, and I am going to save this file. Now I am going to open XYZ. Just I am going to paste here try thread sleep and catch and exception. Okay, exception E, and then file save. Now I am going to compile this multi-threading demo after putting the try and catch. You see, after putting the try and catch and use thread sleep. Now just compiling it here. Here I will write CMD, enter. Here I am writing Java C main dot Java, enter, and you see it has been compiled. I am going to run this program, Java main, enter. You see I have got the result. First it count 1, count, then Fibo, then table, then count. Now I am going to rerun this file. Look at, you get a small pause. And get the result. So now you understand how to use multi-threading in Java. Now I am going to tell you, in next video I will tell you by implementing runnable interface. Now I am going to tell you some question answer. If you have any doubt regarding multi-threading, you can comment on my comment box. I will reply you if you have any doubt. Now I am going to tell you what is main thread. In the class where the main method is declared, that class is implicitly a thread. You don't need to declare thread. That's why Java is called multi-threading programming language. That's why Java is called multi-threading programming language, because every program has a main class, and that means every program is by default a thread. Next, I already told you there are two ways to create a thread in Java by extending thread class that I have shown you. I think you have understood how to write extend thread class and how it runs. And multi-threading is a conceptual programming approach in which a program is divided into smaller sub-programs, and then these sub-programs are developed separately and run in parallel simultaneously. Here is a single thread program. I have already told you. Here it has created a class calci. In calci class you can do the function add, minus, divide and multiply. If you create the calci class, you can use the following function: add function, minus function, divide function and multiply function. But you have to in main class you have to declare the main method, and you have to write here calci dot add calci. You have to write calci dot function name add, function name minus, calci dot function name multiply, calci dot function name divide. In multi-thread program, class ABC extend threads, and here I use run method. Same way XYZ extend threads in run method, public void run, and class MNO threads I use the run method. In main method I write in main class I write the main method, that is public static void main args, and then I write class or object dot start. Here it write the class. You can write the object because I have created the object, so that's why I write the object dot start, like abc dot start, xyz dot start and mno dot start. When you write the start, you can run the program in multi-threading program. Next, very important point must be remembered: to call run method, that start method is required. When you write the run method, you have required the start method, which means the run method is called from within the body of the start method. I think you understand. To call run method, the start method is required, which means the run method is called from within the body of start method. You remember this line. Why Java is multi-threaded programming? Because in background JVM start two program threads parallel. One main thread have high priority, and Daemon thread, a thread who work background, have low priority. When JVM start, two parallel program will start. One main thread, which is highly prioritized, and second is Daemon thread, a thread who work background, have low priority. JVM has two threads, one is main thread, another is Daemon thread. Main thread invoke your main method, that is why called main thread. Invoke your main method, that's why it is called main thread. Daemon thread, it invoke GC is garbage collection, finalize, etc. method to perform many tasks enhancing performance the main program. So Daemon thread invoke garbage collection and finalize, etc. method to perform many tasks for enhancing the performance of main program. Daemon thread is low priority thread in the context of JVM that run in background to perform tasks such as garbage collection, etc. They do not prevent the JVM for executing even if daemon thread itself is running. When all user thread, non-daemon thread, a main thread, finish their execution, JVM terminates itself when all user thread, non-domain threads finish their execution. JVM does not care whether daemon thread is running or not. If JVM finds running daemon threads upon completion of user thread, it terminates the thread and after that shut down itself. So now you understand what is daemon thread? Because JVM is giving priority to the main thread. It does not have any priority for daemon thread. Difference between daemon thread and non-daemon thread. The main difference between daemon thread and user thread, which call you main thread, is that the JVM does not wait for daemon thread before existing while it waits for user thread. It does not exit until unless the user thread or main thread finish their execution. So your JVM always wait for the main thread. It does not wait for the daemon thread. Whether daemon thread is working or not, it does not bother. It is only check the main thread whether it is execution. If when the main thread execution will be finished, then it will be shut down. In public class, Daemon thread example, threads public class Daemon thread example 1, extend threads, public void run that I show you, checking whether that thread is daemon or not. If thread dot current thread is daemon, system.out, then you write system.out.print daemon thread executing, else you write user normal thread executing. So here you get this output, daemon thread executing, user normal thread executing. And here you write public main method and creating two threads by default. They are user threads, non-daemon threads. Daemon thread example 1 T1 is equal to, it creates the object and new daemon thread example 1. Daemon thread example T2 is daemon thread example, marking the user thread T1 to domain. T1 is domain. Start both thread T1 dot start and T2 dot start, and you get this output. Hierarchy of multi-threading. There are two types of hierarchy in multi-threading. One is type 1, and that is type 2. First one is type 1, second one is type 2. Runnable interface, it has one method, that is public void run, and thread class has 16 method and user defined class has 17 method. That means one method plus 16 method is equal to 17 method. And type 2 runnable interface has one method, that is public void run, and user defined class has one method, that is public static void main. Okay. Here note, runnable interface is used to define the task that a thread will execute. Thread class implement the runnable interface and can directly be used to create run threads. The runnable interface has only one method, that is public void run, and thread class has 16 method, and one method is inherited from runnable, so the total method becomes 17. That I have show you in flowchart. The list of 16 method in thread class: public void start, public void stop, public void yield, public static void sleep, long throw, interrupted exception, public void suspend, public void resume, public void wait, public void notify, and public void notify all, and public boolean is alive, and public static thread current thread, public void thread name string, public string set name, public void set priority int, public void get priority, and public void join throw interrupted exception. These three methods are from object class which are inherited in the thread class. One is public void wait, public void notify, and public void notify all. Hope you understand multi-threading program and single thread program. If you enjoy with this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. And you have any question regarding multi-threading, please don't hesitate to write in my comment box. Definitely I will give the reply in timely. Hope you all are well. Thanks a lot for watching my video. In next video I will tell about runnable interface. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Have a good day.